Hello and welcome once again. My name is Magnus Oraka. I am the presenter Obidati Online Campaign TV. Please follow us now. Now, I was watching a clip a few hours ago where Sowore was uh, saying what he was saying, and in everything he was saying was an attempt to give Peter Obi a low status while elevating himself. Mr. Sowore, I won't lie to you. Some people will make their video and say, I used to like you. For me, I've never liked you. That's just the truth. I've never liked you at all. And my reasons are very simple. I don't know you from Adam, and I probably don't want to know you again. Well, let me try to analyze you, Sowore, based on the things that I've known about you. First, I know that you are Sowore, and then you are is it MD or director or executive director of Sahara Reporters. Now, I will not forget the very important role you played on selling narratives that are not founded against Goodluck Jonathan. In fact, because of your station and the type of narrative you sold against Goodluck Jonathan, I recall almost every Edo man didn't like Goodluck Jonathan. All the narratives, for instance, from the point where you said Goodluck Jonathan is a drunkard, in Aso Rock he drinks and becomes naked, people actually believe that trash. Everything you were one of those people, you and your Sahara reporters, you were one of those that were used to bring down PDP and then Jonathan. Now, I'm not surprised because that's what we do. When the cabals search in our midst as Southerners, they always do find somebody that will always do their bidding. I am still researching on how they do it, how they find foolish people like us. You are one of those, to be very candid. You are you are one of those. Like I said, I have never liked you. I don't know how to tell lies. I have never liked you because of the role you played against Goodluck Jonathan. And there are some people who still believe that Goodluck Jonathan was a weakling, was that I don't know. Goodluck Jonathan was one of the very few very good president that we had. But we were used to the cognitive resonance or dissonance of how things work. Bribing, looting, where law and order, where the rule of law is not followed. So when somebody came and was trying to bring something else, we termed him as weak. Anyway, we are not here to talk about, I am not here to talk about you and Jonathan. I'm here to talk about you and Peter Obi. Now, you did the same thing with Jonathan and you succeeded. Now you are trying to add Peter Obi to your stock of those that you brought down. Are you not smart enough to see that Peter Obi is not about this is about Sowore, calm down. And I'm also telling myself to calm down. Are you not seeing that this movement is not about Peter Obi? This movement is not about Labour Party. This movement is not about getting back at PDP or getting back at APC. This movement is about a new Nigeria. Peter Obi is just a focal point. So whether Peter Obi is Igbo or Peter Obi is Fulani or Peter Obi is Yoruba, they still would have followed him. So it is not about Igbo. That is why those who are bringing the angle of Biafra are not succeeding, because they don't know that it's a movement and it is not anchored or tied around Biafra. That's why those who are trying to bring ethnicity, Igbo and this, that is why they are not succeeding, because the movement is not tied around ethnicity. That is why those who are bringing religion, they are not succeeding, because the movement is not tied around religion. So for you, Sowore, you are trying to compare yourself and Peter Obi, and trying to compare a Sowore and a Peter Obi is an insult to the millions of us who see Peter Obi as a hope. You don't represent a hope, because you do not, Sowore, you do not represent a hope, because you do not possess the characteristics that ensures hope for Nigerians. It's more about yourself. You represent, for me, the aura around you presents a mere boy that should lead a secondary school aluta or a university riot. That is how I picture you. You do not have that presidential finesse or leadership finesse. Yes, you may possess a few, one or two philosophies that are emulatable, but your desire to attack Peter Obi clearly shows that you are envious. Clearly, you are envious of Peter Obi. And that's everything I see about what you are doing. This is pure envy, characterized by greed and selfishness. Let me tell you, you cannot attain where Peter Obi has attained. The best thing that you could have done or you should have done was to align with him. First as your brother, first as a, in fact, I don't want to even begin to list the things you said about Peter Obi, because that will only give credit to what you are saying, or that will only uh, dignify what you are saying. But it's amazing that criticizing Peter Obi is like also telling millions of us who have seen and have concluded based on the content of Peter Obi and have concluded that Peter Obi is the best among the lot. If you want to add yourself to it, that means, well, it means Peter Obi is the best among all of you, including you, Sowore. There's no way you can compare yourself with Peter Obi. Absolutely no way you can compare yourself with Peter Obi. Peter Obi is miles ahead of you in terms of political relevance, in terms of political preference. There is no way you can comparing yourself with Peter Obi is like a thug comparing himself with an enlightened elitist. So Peter Obi has introduced a new perspective to political realization. Peter Obi has presented a new face to politics, and those who have hope now identifies with this face. So people are not following Peter Obi because he's Igbo, or because of his face, or because of his voice that you people mock. People are following Peter Obi because he, based on the contents of his character, and based on, they say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. So based on what he has said things that resonates with the yearnings of the common man. He has said things that identifies with the hope of the common man. He has said things that the people really want to hear, not creating 5 million jobs every year by APC of giving unemployed youth 3,000 naira every unemployed youth. And all those hogwash and BS that Tinubu and APC sold to Nigerians. Peter Obi represents a new approach to politics. This is a new model of politics that Peter Obi has brought. You can see that the Ibadan rally is a testament to the fact that even some Yorubas are now living above their tribal proclivities. The National rally for Peter Obi even shows that Northerners are now living above their ethnic proclivities. So what you envious politicians are not recognizing, or what you envious politicians are not identifying with, is the fact that Peter Obi is not an Igbo man. Peter Obi is not a Christian man. Peter Obi is not a Muslim man or a Christian man. Peter Obi is not a Northerner or a Southerner. We, his supporters, are not seeing any of these things that you are trying to stone back at us. We are not seeing it. We're just seeing a man with hope, and that's all. We're just seeing a Peter Obi, a man with the hope of Nigeria, and that's all. So if Peter Obi can be a Muslim man, we don't care. Peter Obi can be a Christian man, we don't care. Peter Obi can be a Northerner or a Fulani or a Yoruba or whatever, we don't care. All we see is just Peter Obi, a man with the hope to restore Nigeria. That's all. Attack that hope. If you have any, let me give you a secret. Let me give you a secret to, if Peter Obi is your problem, let me give you a secret how to bring Peter Obi down. You pay me, I need money. Just give me a small secret. You want to bring Peter Obi down? Attack that hope that Nigerians are seeing, that he doesn't have that hope that Peter Obi represents. Then you have killed Peter Obi. But if you are coming through tribe, religion, Biafra, IPOB, and all these childish tantrums or childish futile attempt that you are bringing, it's not going to work, because a lot of us, millions of us who are obedient today, are not seeing these things. We're just seeing hope. So attack that hope and you kill Peter Obi's support base. You see, I don't give you free political strategies. But the question is there anything that you can use to kill that hope? absolutely no. Peter Obi has come to stay, and there's ain't nothing you can do about it. So, Sowore, you can go ahead ranting, because what you are doing on every channel that you're invited is ranting. Pure, unadulterated envy and jealousy. That's exactly what you are doing. So I like to say, Sowore, this habit you are doing is so childish, and I sincerely advise you to stop. People have said they liked you. In fact, I don't see you. You said the last election, Labour Party garnered just 20,000 votes, whereas AAC, your party, garnered 30,000 votes. Imagine, both figures are laughable. Those are not even figures you should be using for comparison basis. Both of you, both Labour Party and Sowore, both of you, all your votes in total could not get up to 100,000. That should be shameful. But Labour Party could not get the vote you are saying. The Labour Party got the vote they got because Peter Obi was not there. Now, Peter Obi represents all the strength of the Peter Obi image, the strength of the Peter Obi brand. That Peter Obi brand where they see, so it's even more than all the parties put together. I can tell that anywhere Peter Obi goes now, that brand, the value, the goodwill of that brand, of that party will increase 100-fold. So Peter Obi is more or less like the party. It's not the party that's Peter Obi, it's Peter Obi that's the party. If Peter Obi leaves Labour Party today, Labour Party dies. If Peter Obi goes to PDP today, PDP appreciates. If Peter Obi goes to APC today, APC appreciates. So it is Peter Obi. You guys are just attacking this man without even knowing where to come from. You keep attacking the man out of the fullness of your jealousy and envy. You attack him wrongly because you fail to see that the man does not represent any ethnic group. You fail to see that the man does not represent any religious group. You fail to see the man does not represent any regional group. The man is just himself, saying Nigerian problem the way it is and saying how he will solve it. He's just saying how he will solve it. He's just being sincere. He's just being plain. He's just being simple. But the rest of you want Nigeria to remain the way it is. So, Mr. Sowore, I am so disappointed. I am not surprised because I've never given you any credit to assume any social status of reasoning in a more precise way that could be described with more decorum. No. You are just the epitome and representation of childish alluter that will instigate one small riot in secondary school or in the university. Well, you have outgrown secondary school stage, so maybe a small riot in the university. That's what you are good at. Your approach, if this is the approach that you are going to adopt to get vote for your party, what's the name of that party again? Is it AAC or ABC or whatever? I don't know your party, and I'm sure you got 30,000 votes the last time. I'm sure your votes you're going to get is going to be even less than that because nobody knows you, nobody knows your party. Maybe a few cronies that you have around you, fine, but I don't think you're not even a factor in this thing. So if you think by going after Peter Obi you're going to get anything to yourself, you're just wasting your time. Nobody is thinking about show or what. It's nothing to me. So you better just join the train or keep crying somewhere in the corner because nobody's going to think about you. You're not even a factor in this thing. So granting interviews on channels and spending much of your time talking about Peter Obi with the hope of getting some attention or relevance to you is just a waste of time. There's nothing you could do about this time now. There's not. I, for one, it's not as if I particularly like Igbos or I particularly like Yorubas or Fulanis. I've had some instances where I could say, Igbos have done this thing to me or that. Or instances where Fulanis have done this or Yoruba have done something to me. But that's not enough to use it as a yardstick to stereotype every Igbos. No, that's not me. I'm too big and too educated, too mature to subscribe to such mundane extremism. I don't do that. So, Mr. Sowore, your persistent fixation on Peter Obi is just a futile attempt to get traffic to yourself. It ain't gonna work. I like to say my name is Magnus Oraka, and this is Obidati Online Campaign TV. We are here to look out for narratives that aims to bring down Peter Obi or the party itself, and we correct it. And if need be, we fight it. Please follow our page for more. Thank you.